What's poppin', you guys? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. My bad, my bad. Listen. I literally have been working non-stop, like non-stop. When I tell you non-stop, it's non-stop. So, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I try harder. But anyway, you guys, what's poppin'? My name's Ciara, and if you're new here, this is Self-Made Energy, where we want for nothing because we can manifest anything. And like I've been telling y'all, I've been working super hard on so many different things. I'm out here manifesting things. Y'all about to see. Things is gonna keep changing, and y'all gonna keep seeing it. But anyway, let's get into how this video is about to go. Oh wait, before I even do that, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year, you guys. I'm so glad that 2020 is over. Y'all don't even know. Matter of fact, y'all probably do know because y'all been going through the same crap. So, high five to y'all. 2020 is over. We made it. Welcome to 2021, and let's do some bigger and better things. Let's be more positive. Let's change the world. Let's do something because right now, I'm not feeling how it is right now. And the only people that can do something is us. So, let's do something. Let's do something to change the world. Everybody can do a little bit, and it'll be a big change. So, let's just try. That's my goal. I don't know what yours is, but I'm offering we could share the same goal. I'm fine with that. But anyway, let's get into the video because I know I've been talking about a whole bunch of different things that have nothing to do with why you're actually here. Again, I'm sorry. So this week, you guys, I was gonna do a no-sew blanket for the holidays and have a Christmas theme with snowflakes and all this Christmas stuff, but it is very late. So I thought I'd combine Christmas with Valentine's Day because those colors could match, you know. Actually, well, my colors are gonna match. I don't know about the snowflakes, but candy canes, yes. I have a no-sew blanket that I'm going to use pink for Valentine's Day and red and white stripes for Christmas, and I'm going to combine them. It's going to be double-sided. It's going to be so cute. And just to go with the Valentine's theme, because you know that's where we're actually headed, I made some pillows, some decorative heart pillows, and like a neck pillow because I'm extra like that, so I couldn't just make one. I had to make 3. So that's what we're going to do this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is cut out squares that are 2 inches wide and 2 inches deep. And you're going to do this around the entire perimeter of your blanket. And if you want your blanket to be 2 different sizes like mine's, just use 2 different color fabrics. Now, in order to close them up together without sewing, you're just going to take 1 square from one fabric, 1 square from the other, and tie them in a knot. Then you're going to tie it in a double knot, pull it tight, and tug on the fabric a little bit just to make sure your knots are tight. And that's what you're going to do around the entire perimeter of your blanket. It is literally that simple. Now, this is not the blanket that I'm going to use for this video. I just wanted to show you close up how it was done because I was thinking about doing a Christmas one. So this was my Christmas themed one. And I had some others in mind, but forget that video because I'm not going to drop it. Let's move on to how I'm going to do the actual blanket for this video. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use. I have 2 yards of pink Sherpa fabric and 2 yards of red and white striped Sherpa fabric. I got the red and white one because I wanted to do a Christmas theme video like I keep saying. And this reminded me of candy canes, so that's what I got. But moving on into Valentine's Day, it is still red, and red screams Valentine's Day as well. So I thought it'd be really adorable to match with this like light pink, baby pink, and I think they're so cute. So that's what I'm using. And this is just a throw blanket. It's not a full-size comforter. It's not going to be something that covers a queen-size bed. It's just something that you just cozy up with when you're laying on the couch, or you just want something decorative to be on your bed or hanging over your chair or something. But yeah, enough talking about what kind of blanket this is. I already explained how to do it, but here's some footage of me doing it. Once again, I just cut 2-inch squares around the entire perimeter. I just did a little at a time just to make sure everything was lined up evenly. And I just cut 2 inches down. You can cut more if you want. Keep in mind, the deeper you cut, the bigger your bows are going to be on the end. So if you want long drapey bows, then you're going to want to cut like 7-8 inches in. But if you want your little short bows like mine's, I think this is as short as you should go. Anything shorter is going to be kind of hard to tie in a knot, and it could risk slipping out of the knot later on in the wash. So I think 2 inches is as small as you should go. Once you get to any corners, you're going to want to cut the corner square out. That's just going to reduce any bulk that you're going to have in that area. Just cut it out. Don't worry about it. And then you are going to have a lot of shedding. So let me warn you, if you use any kind of fuzzy, Sherpa, anything like that, you're going to have shedding everywhere. Don't worry, that shedding is not taking away from your blanket at all. It's just because you cut the hairs or the fuzz. So don't worry about that part. It'll shed a little bit. You can brush it off, throw it in the wash. It'll come off. It'll be just fine. But that's pretty much it for this blanket. Now we're going to move on to the heart pillows, which are so adorable. I can't wait. Let's go. Okay, so this is a giant sweater dress that I had for mad long that I'm just going to use for the fabric because that's what I had around the house. But anyway, first thing I did was draw 4 pieces of a heart. And it is double layered, so you're going to end up with 8 pieces of the heart. And the heart is cut in half just because I didn't have enough fabric to do the 4 pieces together. So I cut mine into 8. But you can do a whole heart if you have raw fabric. I just used what I had around the house, like I said. So yeah, there's that. So in order to mend my broken heart, I just took 2 pieces, right sides together, pinned them together, and I sewed a zigzag stitch right up the pins. I did that 4 times because I have 4 layers. Then I took this gorgeous pink sequiny fabric and I used the heart to cut out 2 identical size hearts. Well, my hearts are a little bigger just because I wanted a little wiggle room, but whatever. I cut out 2 identical hearts, 1 for each pillow. And then I did the tedious task of taking some lace trim, pink, white, and red. They were all 3 different sizes. They were all 5 yards. I just took them and sewed them together into one long strip because I wanted to use that to be the trim around the outside of my pillows. So I just did a zigzag stitch. Even though these don't stretch much, I didn't trust doing a straight stitch just in case. I did, however, want to point out by the time I got to the end of the rows weren't exactly the same length. So that was something weird. But anyway, once I was done making the trim, I took the first layer of the soft fuzzy heart from the sweater, right side up. Then I took the sequin fabric, right side up on top of that. And then I pinned the trim right side down around all those edges, and I pinned all those 3 layers together and I sewed around the perimeter. I did this twice for both hearts. This will be the part that is the top of your pillow. So you want to make sure these lines are nice and crisp. Even though they're not going to be seen, the seam of them will be seen. So you don't want a lumpy, bumpy seam. Once you're done with that, you're going to take the soft fuzzy part of the sweater and you're going to put it right side down, and you're going to sandwich that lace trim in between both fuzzy hearts. and you're gonna pin completely around the entire perimeter, and you're gonna sew a zigzag stitch around the entire perimeter of both hearts. And make sure when you're doing this step, you want to catch all the layers, and don't forget to leave about a 4 to 5 inch gap when you're sewing around the perimeter, so you have room to push in the stuffing. You don't want to forget to leave a hole to put the stuffing in, or you're just going to have to seam rip it later. So make sure you leave a spot for that before you start sewing. Just put a little mark so you don't forget. Once you're done sewing, you're going to flip it right side out and then you stuff. But of course, I ran out of stuffing, so my pillows are kind of flat. I'm definitely going to have to run to the store and get some more stuffing, but that's besides the point. Moving right along to the neck pillow. In order to do the neck pillow, I found this gorgeous pink and cream brocade fabric. Like one side, the pink the rectangle completely closed. That would have been much easier than the way I did it. What I did was attach the rectangle completely down the side, and then attach the circle, pinned it around, and then I had to end up seam ripping the pillow open because I realized that I sewed the whole thing shut and didn't have any stuffing in it. So I was going through a lot. But definitely attach the zipper to the open rectangle while it's still flat. It's definitely easier to work with, and you'll be able to unzip the zipper easier as well, just in case you need to move it or do any maneuvering around the zipper foot. I also tried attaching the circle to the rectangle without sewing it closed and just walking the edge of the rectangle around the edge of the circle. That also didn't work because my circle was too big, so it left a huge gap in between my rectangle closing, and I couldn't adjust it because this is a circle we're talking about. So it was just a lot. Just attach the zipper first, make sure everything's lined up, then close up the rest that's on the sides of the zipper, and then pin the circle on and attach that last. You will thank me later. Just do it that way, trust me. A couple things I do want to mention is how I attached the zipper to the fabric. The zipper was faced right side up, like as if you was going to use it, and the fashion fabric was also faced right side up as if it was facing forward. The only thing I did was fold in 1/2 inch seam allowance just to cover all those raw edges, and I put that face down onto the zipper. Both face good size up, and I sewed a straight stitch on top. So basically like a top stitch over both layers. The next thing I did to attach the circles, because I knew I wanted a decorative trim to be around the circles, I needed the almost forgot to mention, the opening in the back of the heart, I just safety pinned it closed until I had time to go to the store to get more stuffing. But if you don't run out of stuffing like me, then you can just fold over the raw edge and do a top stitch and you'll be good to go. But yes, I am so in love with how this project turned out. It's so adorable. And if you guys feel the same as I feel, make sure you click that like button so I know what's up. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I'm going to be pumping out good content. I know it's not as constant as it needs to be, but trust me, I'm working on it. And I promise you it's going to keep coming. But until next time, you guys, I'm wishing you all love, peace, and cupcakes. Bye.